Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lions, the Free for All Friday Detroit Lions Talk. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to kick it over to my main man, Kurt Steele.
What up, though? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Proud, baby. We're live. It's Free for All Friday. It's Friday, then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? We got some good guests coming on the show for you today, but we're just happy for you to be here. And you know what you got to do. Please, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Join the family. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family, and it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. It's live, baby. It's Free for All Friday. Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let go.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
All right, everybody. Now we're going to do what we usually do. We're going to reveal the rest of our panel today. And first is Val Bordeaux, my wife, Valerie. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Friday, baby. Time for some Lions talk.
Queen of the Prowl. Queen of the Prowl.
And next, we're going to bring in Rachel Marie Sports. Hey, what's up, Rachel?
What's up, guys? I know I had to miss last week, but like Valerie said, it's Friday, so let's talk some Lions.
Let's talk Lions.
What's
All right,
good, Rachel? What's good? What's good? What's good? You know, I got to say what's up to, you know how it is, Rachel Marie of Woodward Sports. Great videos. Yes. The content over there is ridiculously funny.
Funny as hell.
The Thanos one you just did with Patricia is bananas. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
You are.
Okay, and the next person we have on today is Dose of Dion 2.0. You still got the 2.0, dude?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I can't get rid of it now. You know, it's just like can't go backwards. Right. You know, maybe we got to go 3.0. I don't know. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
You know it is
really
man.
Good.
It's Mahomes Jr. That's why he got the 2.0. Mahomes Jr. That's why he got 2.0. Dose of Dion, what's up, big fella?
2.0. Hey man, what's going on? Excited to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh,
hey, man, not a problem, brother.
No problem. Thanks for coming, man. I always love talking football with you guys. I'm gonna try to bring in LL Cool Torrance. He's having a hard time hearing us, so I don't know if it's gonna be able to. He's gonna be able to be on or not. But I'm gonna put him see if we can get him on. Hey, what's up, LL Cool Torrance? What's up, dude? He's having a hard time hearing us, and I can't.
With audio. We'll come back to him. All right, shout out to the chat already. We got to shout out our people. We got Big West Kevin in. We got Detroit Fan Man. We got Boca Rackets, Tristan Williams, all the people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Pride Time B, all the people in the chat. North End Ken, Gold member himself. What's up, big fella? What's going on, man? Shout out to the chat. We got to get this thing started. So, Jim, what you got up first, man?
Let's see. What do we have up first? Nope, we're not going to ask your questions. We're going to do ours. So wait, I screwed that up. Okay, most people are sensing a difference right now with this regime. So what are the differences that you see between this regime and the SOL or the same old Lions, Kurt?
Well, I mean, people are just actually freaking happy. I mean, you look at the camp, man. I mean, the OTAs, they're having fun. I've never seen something like a quarterback battle between Aleem McNeil and Penei Sewell in any other camp. You never seen some offensive linemen out there throwing passes. That just don't happen, man. I think that it's fun, competitive. They're working hard because they're playing hard. It's kind of like that work hard, play hard, and they're making it competitive, and they're just having a fun being back to football. They're making football fun again. I don't know. What up, J-Dub? What's going on? But that's what I see because the last regime and even other regimes before that, you know, I didn't see a lot of joy in Mudville when you got to Allen Park. It was just the joy was always sucked out of the building once they got to camp. It was never a really happy environment.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What do you think, Val, on this? And everybody in the chat, man, hey, what's up? Is Todd Gurley going to sign with the Lions? I don't know. They brought him in. We're going to talk
Yeah,
about
I
that
don't
later
know.
today. He wanted to, North End Ken said he wanted to ask Lomas and Herman Moore that. We will make sure we do that then. I'm confused. Is Gurley tryout? I kind of am too. Anyway, let's get some perspective from Val. What do you think as a Bears fan outside looking in? What do you feel is different so far about this regime versus same old Lions?
I'm seeing a more serious attempt from the Lions ownership and management to actually build a legitimate team versus what they've been in the past. It's always been kind of a situation where they've just signed a flash player here or there and not really actually tried to do something solid and build an actual identity and an actual culture. So I think that's what I see different is that the culture now is starting to develop that, of the one pride mentality.
That sounds good. I appreciate that from an outside perspective.
Shout out to
because we don't get that
here. Detroit Lions, where veteran RBs come to die. LOL.
Yeah. Thanks for the
He's
super
not
chat. Thanks for the super chat, Dorothy Kid. We appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, man.
Better running backs do come to the Motor City to go fed for then head out to
That's
pasture.
so funny too.
All right.
It really is true.
Funny.
I'm not even, man.
That's funny as hell.
It really is.
Even say that.
It really
Hey,
is.
shout out to Luke G in the building. Luke G, DSA, the family's in the building. Shout out to my man Luke G. That's right, primetime B. Gurley is only 26. That's not, with his injuries though. Them knees though. What about say what them knees do? You know what I'm saying?
So let's go to Rachel on this. What do you think? What do you see as the differences in as the the same old Lions thing? Is this different to you? And if so, why?
I think you guys are nailing the answer to this question. It's just all the positivity you see coming out of OTAs. I mean, the player interviews sound different. What the media is talking about, and I think TJ Hawkinson has commented on it, and Swift has commented on it, and the rookies are super hyped. It just feels like a different story. It's not same old Lions, or else everybody be out there at OTAs acting really serious and probably getting yelled at and called some names that they don't let us know later in the media. But no, it just feels different. It's all the positivity coming out of OTAs. It feels good.
North End Ken says we traded a 23-year-old carry-on for a 26-year-old carry-on. I don't know. I think carry-on was pretty bad, but
yeah, carry-on wasn't on the level. I mean, Gurley had a decent career. Carry-on wasn't even close to what Gurley did in his career. I'm sorry, that's not to say. But before we go any further, man, I gotta do something, man. I gotta give a shout out to someone who just announced on Twitter yesterday that they left the Detroit Lions organization. I've talked to her on several occasions. I've interviewed her for the Die Hard Den podcast before. Shout out to Tory Petry, man. Good luck, man. You've done a lot of good stuff for the Lions fan base, and just to being accessible. People see you at the games, and you've never been one of those people who wouldn't say hi. You would interact with the fans. You interact with fans on Twitter and Instagram or whatever. Good luck to you, whatever you're doing. I just think that's important. Tory has, she's mentored me in this journey. So shout out to Tory Petry, man. Good luck to whatever you do in your future endeavors.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Let's see if Coral Torrance is good. Are you good now?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Absolutely, you're doing great. All right. Okay, what are your thoughts on this? What do you feel if you feel anything's different about this? Do you feel that there's a difference between this regime and the same old Lions?
Yeah, it's definitely so far there's been a difference, but this might play into the same old Lions fans because every year is something we're like, we get so high, like we mentioned last week, we get so high, and then a lot of us will jump off at the first notice or first sign of anything negative, any adversity or anything like that. But so far, I think that, just the coaching hires, the coaching with all of the former players and things like that, just the word from the players, they're saying everything feels different. I know they haven't been here, as long as we've been fans, but it's good to hear that. We don't normally hear that from the, incoming players and things like that. So, yeah, I'm hoping that it's not the same old Lions this year and going forward.
Yeah, and it says maybe our free agent, undrafted free agent backs is on a press. One of them guys are hurt or something. I think
the last chance you got.
Yep,
he's out right now. He hasn't been practicing.
Yeah, that's what it is. So maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a camp body thing, but if it's a camp body thing, then why is it Todd Gurley and not some other undrafted free agent? I mean, I don't know. But anyway, we did save the best for last, right, Dion?
Oh.
All right. So what do you think?
My
What are you
goodness.
sensing or seeing or whatever in this new regime versus this same old Lions?
I think you guys all hit on it pretty well. I would say, a few things. The biggest thing is going to be the way that they bounce back, because they're going to get knocked down this year, just like every team has. And in the past, I feel like we never really bounced back. Like the Lions have went on losing streaks, but when is the last time we went on like a 2-3 game winning streak? I mean, we did it with Caldwell, and that was their playoff years. We haven't done that in a while. When they can, pull something together, get a stretch together, and they get knocked down, they have a losing record, and they got to, get a couple big time division wins. That'll be the biggest thing. And I also think it goes back to the beginning, hiring Brad Holmes, hiring Dan Campbell, the way they went about it. Sheila Ford being hands-on with everything. She's involved with everything. She's out there on the practice field. Chris Spielman's on the practice field. And then, last time we got a head coach, you have it all. It's a complete mess. Jim Caldwell's the only one that stays over, and then obviously he's fired because Bob Quinn doesn't want him there anymore. So it's like it was a complete mess last time. This time it's all collaborative, and they all wanted him.
Yeah.
Hey. Shout out to my man. Luke G is in the building, baby.
Yeah,
what up, Luke G?
what's up, Luke?
Luke.
Okay.
All right. So,
There we go.
Go ahead, Luke.
He's muted.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe he's got a phone call.
So
or
John
something.
Robinson has a question for you, Dose of Dion. He says, when is your interview for Tory's job?
Oh man, I don't know. I'll let you know if I know. But no, like I think you said it the best. Wishing Tory Petry the best. I mean, look, I've never talked to her or anything, but she's done an amazing job. I always check in and watch their things. I mean, she's got a great personality for it. So I don't know like why it happened. It surprised me because I saw it this morning and I was like, oh, damn, okay, that's kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, she did a great job. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Here twice. Okay. Yeah, for real. All right. So hold on, man. I got to shout out to my man. You know who it is. The doctor. Dr. Detroit is always in. Shout out to Dr. Detroit in the chat. Go ahead, Luke G. Welcome to the platform, brother.
I don't know what's going on.
In this bad weather and trying to survive, man. Trying to survive. Everybody's enjoying this time. If you ain't sleep, you up today and this weather is bad, man.
Yeah, we can't hear you, man.
We can't hear you well, Luke.
We can't hear you at all.
Yeah. Shout out to Crazy Lions fans. One pride all day.
Can you hear me
Shout
now?
out to the chat. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you now.
Okay. Yeah. Another thing, people, make sure your phones is not connected to your car because when you get out the car, they can't hear you. So yeah.
He's on T-Mobile.
I got
Kensington on T-Mobile.
I got Thug Mobile.
Okay. All right, Luke. We had the first question was what does this feel different than the same old Lions, and if so, why?
It's 100% different. It's nothing about this that is the same old Lions. There's nothing about it. I can understand why some people would feel that this is the same old Lions, but let's be honest. If this team is the same old Lions, then I would be able to call their moves, and I can't. I'm really struggling to call their moves and to point out things that they're going to do that follows the same old Lion mantra. I actually see the identity of the Lions being built right now. So same old Lions, this is not. Difference is on every level. I mean, people want to be here. Like this is not like something where people are trying to get away from us like they were in the past or trying to run out. There are people who want to be here. People are having fun. The OTAs was even more light in a way. You got freaking quarterback competitions with D tackle versus offensive tackle, aka Sewell versus McNeil. And it's not just that. They're playing music outside, and it's different. It's different.
What is these chats are killing us, Luke? He said, Dr. Trent said he's on that cellular nun. And then next one said Luke's talking into a ketchup bottle.
Listen. So
Man, not on that ketchup thing, Luke. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, they ketchup thing again, brother.
Listen. I don't know why they keep talking about. I don't even like ketchup. I hate tomatoes. Me and tomatoes don't get along. We got beef. I don't know nothing about no ketchup bottle. And I keep trying to tell them, if I did know about the ketchup bottle, I would have apologized as the person who probably did many times. Okay, I don't know nothing about this.
North End Ken said they made up with Calvin. That would never have happened with the old folks. Yeah, you're right.
That's
about
another
that.
good point. That's another good point.
Very, very true.
You know, they really ain't had no choice once he went Hall of Fame. You can't have your Hall of Famer not be talking to you. You know.
Matthew Ferguson says Heinz 57, baby. Well, we got to get to some more questions. We're going to be here till tomorrow. So let me get to the next question. How improved do you think this team is, and why? First, we're going to go to Luke G.
You can't say how improved it is until a snap is taken. In my opinion,
absolutely true.
I think anybody who says, "Oh, it's grossly improved," is lying to themselves until a snap is taken. However, there are little key factors that you can look at and see improvement. So to measure it on it's this much more improved, it's that much. That's too hard. I can tell you this much: if you break it up into culture, Luke is speaking it to us.
He's trying to change into Superman, people. Come on now.
Listen. I'm trying to get this money too, but you know, if you were to ask me how much has the culture changed, I can answer that easily. 100,000 billion% the culture has changed, and it didn't take 3 years for it. If you're asking me how is the team in terms of roster change, still a lot of people here. We only added 7 new players. I mean, well, really, if you count Jared Goff, he would be another addition. But still, I think overall it's too early to say how much they improved versus saying, look, they are a much better team.
That's true. I think they are too. Let's go to Val on this one. What do you think?
I'm agreeing with Luke here. I think it's way too early to say that there's what improvements there are quite yet. Even with Dan Campbell's presser about the OTAs, he's like, "What do these guys look like? They look like a rookie."
I love that.
It is way too early now. With the coaching, that is vastly improved. But other than that, we won't know until the season starts.
Rachel, what do you think?
I mean, I think that answer probably goes across the board. I particularly think that too, because call back to like last season when we made all these moves to bring in Patriots players and guys that Matt Patricia liked. And, on paper, we're like, by their stats, you're getting super excited, but none of that matters until they're out there and you see how they gel and what that product is that they leave on the field.
That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true.
Can we do this one time really quick? I can't say this enough. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Rachel Marie is a married woman now, and we have not given enough congratulations.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
We got to listen. I have blew up every stream I've done, making sure that I let people know that not only am I excited for her, because I absolutely think her husband is like the bum diggity, like right. But also, I don't know if y'all know this, JGB just recently had a baby. So,
awesome. I didn't
just want to put those two out there.
All right.
Yeah.
I got
Thank
an
you.
announcement too. So next Thursday, we're going to be recording an interview with Lomas Brown and Herman Moore for Detroit Lions on the Prowl. So I just wanted to let everybody know that. And
Let's go.
it
Congratulations
should-
and let's go.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Lomas
So
Brown.
we're gonna be having them on next week. I think it's gonna be released on Monday because we do the free for all Friday, but I'm not sure about that yet. We'll get to the logistics later. But yeah, I just thought that was pretty cool. All right, so who have we? LL, Cool Torrance. What do you think? What about we think about
Well,
this team?
Same thing. We can't really speak on how much improved until they're actually on the field, but we do have signs of hope, I guess, and I hope hopium is the word that you guys
Hopium?
introduced me
Yep.
to.
That's right.
So,
Hopium. It's a good drug to have. Don't you run out of it, okay?
But I mean, it's not, and I honestly
Kool-Aid.
think that it's not all for nothing. I think that this hope is actually tied to some good things, and we have seen like Luke G mentioned some improvements, at least as far as with the players. They like coming in, or at least it seems like they like being there. They're playing music, they're having fun, they're flying around, getting into shape. When you want to do something, it actually helps to actually do it, or helps you to do it. So yeah, hopefully that will be the improvement that we see.
All right, Dion, what's your take on this?
Man, I think you guys took all my points and stuff. That's crazy.
Well, I'm gonna have to go to you first.
No,
then.
I mean, yeah, no, it was well said. Sounds like we got some good news this morning too, so that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I think you guys hit on it. Like, football's a weird game. Results, stats, they don't always tell the truth. Especially when you're only playing 17 games in a season, things change really quickly. So I think we'll get a feel of how much this team improved by watching them play, and just kind of, and like I said, like when we lose, I don't. Okay. Oh, Hopium Clinic. All right, I like that. But like when we lose, like bouncing back, how they respond to
Right.
those kind of situations, and then I think it's gonna be important to see not only how like Dan Campbell's gonna respond to the the media, but also the players as well. Like what is their reaction is gonna be? How's the locker room gonna take those things, because it's gonna happen to every team, especially in the first year. It's gonna be a roller coaster. So I mean I don't know. It's tough to gauge, but you guys hit on it.
Dion the GOAT. That's what they're saying.
Listen. They don't realize this. He not only is he the GOAT, he's a real GOAT, because he's eating up these videos. I don't know how he's still doing this in doing school. What kind of voodoo is he doing to get this done? Somebody tell me.
Red Bull gives you wings. I don't know. I'm
Red
just
Bull-
thinking. It's
I've
gotta
been
be.
eating this stuff recently. I don't know if this is like got something in it. No.
There's hopium in there. I swear.
Yeah,
Hopium, that's
hopium, little banana
have-
chips. The whole thing.
We've not got to Kurt on this. Kurt, what do you think about this? What do you think about this 2021 version of the Detroit Lions?
Like most of the panel has said, I don't have much to elaborate, but I have to agree with Luke. You know what I'm saying? I just think that it's a different culture around the Detroit Lions, and to me, it starts from the top. I believe Sheila Ford-Hemp is the architect of what's going on in Detroit right now, and I just think that what she's doing for the culture of the Lions, she has taken really ownership of the team as the only, and that's kind of like a bad pun, but she's taken it as a personal direction to make sure that she changes things and changes what the direction of the team as the principal owner. Like, she just had enough of the losing. She's had enough of the same old Lions, that she made a concerted effort to make sure she made sure that things were going to change, not only in the coaching, in the players, but in the front office as well.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So we're going to go to this next question, and I've buried kind of Jahlani Tavai quite a bit on our show. I don't know. Do you think Jahlani Tavai will be better this year since he's lost 17 pounds? Now, I also almost put in here, do you think he'll make the team? But anyway, I'm going to go to Dion first, because last time we went to him almost last. And
All right, man. Look, okay, I might need some. I might be taking some hopium on Jahlani Tavai now all of a sudden.
What's
Get
in
it,
that
in.
bag?
Get it in.
I'm getting a little excited about Tavai, because now I'm gonna have to go back and watch some film, even though I hate to, because last year was just so bad. Every time I go back to watch it, everything just looked bad, so I hate doing it. But I might have to, because this was to me such a big part for him that he did this, started losing weight, getting quicker. To me, that was his biggest knock. And then the fact that we kept it in a similar scheme fit that I think fits him really well. Obviously a 3-4, if we move to a 4-3, particularly, I didn't know what his role was going to be. And then I definitely didn't know how to make the team. I read an article that said he was pushing 268 last season. That's Trey Flowers size. This dude's playing linebacker at Trey Flowers size. Like, he's going to look slow. If he's, going down 240, 245, he's getting around Alex Anzalone size, that kind of thing. To me, that was his biggest problem. Like, it wasn't like he was completely out of the place. He was just couldn't keep up with anybody. You couldn't put him in man because he's too slow. In zone, his change of direction is bad. It's going to be tough to stop the run when you're slow. So that was the biggest thing. He needed to get lighter. I don't know how that's going to translate, how much quicker he will look, but that was the step to me that he needed to take. He just had to get lighter. I knew he could play in this game, and you don't want to have second-round picks from a couple years ago not be part of the team anymore. I mean, we've had this happen all the time. How many top picks do we just doesn't work? We switched schemes. We had to fire our head coaches. The fact that we can pull these guys over like Pennicini and try to fit them in and be like, okay, you got another shot here. That's awesome. So I'm hoping for Tavai, and I think he's taken the right step for sure.
Okay. What do you think, Rachel?
Well, I mean, I kind of did a little of my own reading regarding this because you see Jahlani Tavai's name coming out of OTAs quite a bit. And it seems like Aaron Glenn actually approached him with a target weight and an idea for how he's going to fit into their defensive scheme this coming season. And one thing that I do like about this now, okay, so I'm going to give some positives. Actually, let me do the negatives first because I always want to finish with the positives. My negative is I don't think that that's going to change his ability to read the play. He really struggled with that. I mean, he was not only slow, but he wasn't there. You know what I mean? He starts running in the opposite direction, plays developing on the other side, and general confusion added to just how poor he looked on film last season. However, turning that into a positive, with a different head coaching staff and Aaron Glenn at defensive coordinator, seems like he's really taking the time that's necessary to not only develop Tavai's body, but to develop his mind as well. And something that he commented on is that he's developing a really great understanding of the game through this offseason. And that's, I think, just as important as him needing to lose that weight. They go hand in hand. If he doesn't also develop as far as his mind in the game, then it's not going to matter. But if he can do both, and with this coaching staff, I kind of believe that he can, then I think that we may see a large difference. Not to mention, a player like that is going to have a massive chip on their shoulder because people like us are talking crap about him all the time. And if I would be like, I'm about to show every single one of you what is up. I'm just saying.
Well, for me, I look at it as Jahlani Tavai was playing out of position. They wanted him to bulk up because they like those bulky, big linebackers that can't go anywhere and are slow as hell. And I don't really know why they like those linebackers, but they did. He did have a weight request, I guess you would say, to come down to a certain weight. And I think it can change his play. Reading the play, he's kind of hanging back and figuring out where the ball is. And that's what he was good at in his first year. So we'll see how it goes. Val, what do you think about this?
I don't know whether or not that he will improve for sure this year, but he's taking the steps to do so. It was quite interesting when listening to his presser where he was talking about that. The previous coaching staff wanted him to be that big and made him be that big. And then now he's losing the weight. And then he's talking about, it's his time to prove it. Basically, it's either put up or shut up and get out. So that's what's going to be placed on his plate right now.
All right,
but he says he's making the steps. I've been, dedicated and losing the weight, and even when TJ Hawkinson was trying to make him eat pie or cake in LA. And so, so we'll see.
All right. LL Cool Torrance, what do you think about Jahlani Tavai?
I believe with a weight, I'm not sure if that's going to be all that makes it happen, but I agree with Cap Ice Cold in the chat here. I like rookie Tavai. I tweeted a lot of times that was my favorite Lions player that year. Like he was, you see that you saw the hair flying around, you saw him making tackles, making plays. He was everywhere. He was where the ball was at, and then I guess maybe they bulked him up, and then all of that stopped. But hopefully, losing the weight can get him back to that. I seen somebody else in the chat. I've read that about Aaron Glenn saying that he's trying to just get everybody to play instinctually, just so you don't think about it as much. So hopefully, whatever the coaching that they get to him, that can return him at least close to how fast he was playing as a rookie.
Yeah, that is cool. Kurt, what do you got on this about Jahlani Tavai?
Well, as a person who in the military weight kind of fluctuates up and down, I would tell you it does make a difference when you run. That extra weight does definitely slow you down, and it hampers your ability to move. And to try to have a guy who's the size of a defensive end play middle linebacker is just bananas. I never understood it. I hope that he can make the roster. I hope they can get him to where he's just playing instinctively, like other people on the panel have said, and people in the chat. But and I think it was the scheme as well. It's just a horrible scheme to play in. I mean, that was a terrible defensive scheme. So I'm like, what in the hell are you guys? I mean, the guys were confused. It was a terrible scheme. So Izzy said, like you guys, it should be considered Patricia's scheme is worse in NFL history because it was. You damn right. How do you go from that? Here's my thing. How much of the scheme in New England was Patricia and how much of it was Belichick? Here's my, they kind of gave the guts and the glory to Patricia, but when he tried to do it on his own, it was trash. So, here's my, my deal is hopefully Tavai can get in a better scheme, lose the weight, and just be able to play instinctively like he did his rookie season.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think you guys are hitting it. My thing is when you look at last year's defense, roll through all the players because they're talking about and I thought he was sound as rookie, but I don't remember. It was years ago, honestly. Mm-hmm. But I just know that you look at last year's defense, think about the rookies that headed in to last season. They were rookies that was their second year, or new players who exceeded expectations, who played, and got better, who improved last year. Everybody was bad last year defensively. Everybody took a step back defensively last year, unless they were new or they were new draft pick. I mean, I can't really name a guy. The only guy you maybe could name is a Shelton, and you could probably argue who played better with New England. I mean, that's how bad it was. I mean, Walker from the secondary to linebackers, everybody struggled last season. Mm-hmm. To me, that's showing something, right? I mean, everybody struggled. And there's a reason for that.
I say the only person on our defense that improved, that had a step up last year was Romeo Okwara. That was really had a better year than he did the previous year. And really stepped up last season.
Well, we don't want to tell the people lies. We're not going to say he improved. It's one thing about being improved versus another thing about being presented with opportunity. He was given a chance to play, and he took advantage of the opportunity. That had nothing to do with Matt Patricia. In fact, nothing about the defense other than his sucking had anything to do with Matt Patricia in terms of the word improvement. Just put it out there. I don't want to lie to the people.
No, don't lie to them. Tell them the truth.
But to answer the question, which says, do you think Jahlani Tavai will be better this year since he lost weight? No. I think he'll be better because he's got Dan Campbell. I think he'll be better because he got Aaron Glenn. I think he'll be better because he got Don Capers. He'll be better because of Pleasant. He'll be better because there are D linemen in front of him who can win one-on-one matchups. He'll be better if he makes a team because there is a direction with this coaching staff. Nobody, as Dion and everybody else has said, was good last year on defense. That's why we were 32nd. That's why we broke our own record for the worst defense and still won 11 and still won 5 games. But the reality is this. He's not going to get better because he lost weight. The weight part had nothing to do with it. The weight part had more so for you to just look at it and say, well, that's probably why he lost some speed. But even with the weight, he could have gained that same weight, but been on, say, a different team with better coaching, and you would have saw a better player. The reality is the weight loss is not the deciding factor in him being better. It's the fact that the coaching staff and the changes that this team has made from top to bottom will be why he'll be better.
Well, Eric
Okay.
said you either you lose the weight or you lose your spot.
That's right. Yep. J Dub's got a question. He's asked this a couple times. We're going to take questions at the end. So if everybody else could just hold them to the end, let's do that. What do you think? Who do you feel is going to be the dark horse player in 2021? So I'll go to Luke on this one first.
I mean, dark horse. The whole team is a dark horse. They're not favored. They're not favored in 17 games.
Right.
They're
Not one game.
Right. Nobody believes in Jared Goff. Nobody wants Todd Gurley because having him as a third running back is hell to be paid on earth. Nobody thinks that the rookies are going to be good. Nobody is giving them any props. They're going to have the worst offense according to most media, the worst defense. They're going to be the first overall pick. The whole team is a dark horse. To sit there and try to say what singular person, nobody believes in them. They're the whole damn dark horse. The only people who believe in them is me and Dion, and that's scary.
That's it. Being honest.
And
who's
me.
who's your dark horse player, Dion? Who do you think?
Oh man, that's tough. I was trying to think. I don't know who I would pick for that. Let me come back to that. Let me answer that question. I'll think about it a little bit.
Rachel?
I got one. It definitely depends on the rest of this dark horse team. Like Luke says, the whole team is a dark horse. But if our D-line can create pressure, watch out for Okuda. I think if our D-line can create pressure.
I've got another cornerback, and it's Melanfamu. I think people are going to sleep on him and don't, because I think he could be a starter by the end of the year.
No, I was gonna say Dunbar.
Dunbar. We're gonna just.
I was like, wait a minute.
The whole secondary, everybody, all of them.
Tracy Walker comeback. Look for a Tracy Walker comeback too, because Aaron Glenn's been talking about him a lot as well, saying that he's been in the film room like a maniac and he looks fantastic, and he's trying to get him. He's got his focus drawn towards those interception happy New Orleans DBs. So
yeah. All right, Val, you were going to say something. I didn't get a chance to hear you.
I was like, you're trying to steal my answer. No, I'm kidding. But but yeah, I agree with Luke that the whole team is a dark horse. But I do believe that there are quite a few players that either specifically that are either underrated or it's time to put up for real. Like you mentioned, Tracy Walker, Okuda, Tavai, those three guys or Flowers have got to put up this year or get out. Yeah. And then Melanfawu is way underrated. So we'll see.
All right, Kurt.
Dark horse player. I have a few in mind. One, I hope he plays good this year, is Jared Goff. I like Jared Goff. I think that he can have a really good season. It depends on, and I'm not basing that on wins, because quarterback wins are not a stat. Just stop it. But I think he can play, good. Joe Heath, the dark horse. I was betting on. Okay. Then I would say probably on the defensive side of the ball. Who's my dark horse on that side? Anzalone. I think he knows this system, and he could be a standout player in it. He can get more opportunities than he did down in New Orleans.
All right. Well, that sounds good. All right. What do you think, LL?
If I could give two, defensive side, Trey Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, with a scheme change, he can, produce, look like something else. And offensive side, maybe Big V. I'm really hoping that if he can lock down that left guard spot, man. I mean right guard spot. We'll be able to run that ball and we'll be able to do everything else we need to do.
We really need Big V to step up. That's a good point. Dion, did you come up with anything yet, or?
Yeah, but let me put this out. I gotta put this out because this is so entertaining as hell. The hopium in Dion is so strong. While Torrance was talking, his face was spewing out the hopium. He was like, yeah, that's it.
I was feeling it, man. I was
Yeah,
feeling
talk
that.
that talk. That's it. He was everyone. He's like, yeah, Big V. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah. Like, did y'all not see his face? The non-verbal communication of hopium just spewing out. Did y'all miss the whole entire thing? This entire time I'm watching Dion like I'm ready to go. He was fired up. He was like, yeah,
go.
Let's go, Dion.
Y'all getting me pumped up, man. I'm feeling it. Like I feel it. Like, and you guys keep naming off these different names. Every time you say it, I'm like, yeah, that's a good answer. Like that he might be a the Detroit Dark Horses, man. I think I'm just
sure.
I'm just so pumped for this year. I don't know. Let's just get it. Let's get it started. Come on now.
Just want to say hi to Art Allen. He said hello, guys. So I said hello back. Yeah. Anybody I didn't get on this question, I want to make sure I got it.
And to Rachel's, I don't know my caveat on her. I think everybody answered. The one thing was that with Tracy Walker is that not only he's been working in the film room, but you see videos of him working out, and he's got his newborn son in the car seat in the gym with him. He's working out. He's got the son with him. He's working out. He's got the little boy iced out with all his gold on and his little fingers and stuff. And the little dude is sitting right there in his car seat, and Tracy Walker in the gym getting it. So Tracy Walker is I think he's really motivated this offseason.
I think so too.
Here's a question: did we sign Gurley? No, we have not yet.
Not yet. You got to
hope we don't.
Jim, every time somebody talks, you put the camera solely on Dion. I want the nonverbals. I want the energy from the nonverbals.
I don't know if I can do that.
Just watch him. Don't do nothing.
There we go.
There we go.
There he is, right there.
Okay.
Every time somebody says something, he's in that mode like, yeah, you missed it, yeah. Like I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That's all. I just wanted to point it out.
Oh my God.
There's so many people saying
Rory's
that.
costume.
What'd you say, Val?
I said we need to put Dion in Rory's costume.
I
believe that. I believe that.
Come on now.
No,
here we go. Super chat from North End Ken. Luke G is spitting the Detroit Dark Horses.
Hey, salute to you, man.
I think so too, man. I mean, I think most of this team is overlooked, and we're not favored in any games this year. So I mean, that's a really good point.
Not a really man, nutter. 17 of them. Not a nail one.
Here's one. Here's one. I'm going to answer this one first, guys. I'm answering this one first.
Okay.
I'm waiting to. Oh wait, I was reading the wrong thing.
You got it.
What game are you most excited for this season? Oh, it's got to be the Thanksgiving Day game with the Chicago Bears in my house.
Oh yeah, your house.
It's got to be. It's got to be. My wife's a Bears fan. That's why I say that.
I think that's a bigger game though. The game that everyone should be saying is week 1. The first time that you're going to have the stadium open to everybody. Yes. You're going against a team that everybody swear to God is a Super Bowl contender. It's got all the weapons, and they get to come in your house, and you get to stump them out in front of the world and let everybody know we here. That's got to be the game against the 49ers week 1.
The 40-winers. I got it. All right. Dion, what's your game coming up this year that you just can't wait for?
Ooh,
I know it's all of them, but.
Yeah, I know it is all of them. I don't want to steal anybody, so I'll just give one. Let me go with this is really tough between. I'll give you a different one because people are against these. I'm gonna go the Browns game. Because the Browns. Yeah, there's too many Browns fans around here. I know I'm probably gonna go to the game with the Browns fans. So
that makes sense. I
mean, as long as they're not like throwing popcorn at me and stuff, because I know it gets crazy. That
game's lucky to only have popcorn thrown at you, man.
Right? Yeah. Hopefully it's just popcorn because I'll eat it or something. But no, like they're supposed to be Super Bowl contenders. This team's got all the hype. If we could go to Cleveland and beat them, oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. I would. Woo! Yeah. There's my answer.
JW, you are so welcome. We wanted to get to your question at first. We just couldn't because we were trying to keep everything moving. Sorry about that, bud. All right. So who do we got left here? Rachel, what is the game that you're looking forward to the most this year?
I wanted to pick 2 really bad also, but I'll just give you one. I have to say, we have such a great, not a great schedule. It's a tough schedule, but we have a lot of great teams. We're playing a lot of good teams this season. So, I mean, for a team that's being put together under a new regime, it's going to be really interesting all year long, I'm sure. A lot of great competition, but I will be traveling to LA for the Lions-Rams game.
That's the one, baby. That's the
That's the
one.
one.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the money game. Stafford
That's the
versus
money
Goff.
game.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game. What do you got, Kurt?
That's it right there.
You got that money game
week
too?
7. Week 7.
Week 7. What about you, LL?
I agree, of course, with everybody. The Rams, but I like the Ravens. I guess that's one of my secondary teams. I really like the Ravens, so I want to see how it's going to look going against the Ravens.
My wife's
Val
from
said
Baltimore.
Justin Fields should be starting by Thanksgiving.
Way earlier than that, my friend. Way earlier than that.
Yeah.
I'm wondering. I'm wondering something. If there's any chiropractors in the chat, because if so, we need to make an appointment for Dion, because that neck, that head shape. Yeah. I want to make sure that we get this man all the help that he needs. As much as he shook his head, every response is fire. I'm telling you, this Dion. They're like Dion. They're like, so here's the question of the day. What is the Lion going to do to the referees? They're going to bite the kneecaps off.
Get them kneecaps, baby.
Kneecaps, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to make sure we take care of our people.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my wife's from Baltimore, so all my in-laws are Ravens fans. So we've been getting our behind kicked by them for the last 10 years, whatever. Every time we play them, so I'm not looking forward to that. That's a game for probably.
Matthew Ferguson says, "Will he still be alive by Thanksgiving?" And what he meant by that is Chicago's O-line gets their quarterbacks killed.
Tell him he'll be a fugitive by then because he could be running from the law.
Bo Garrison,
by the time by Thanksgiving.
Bo Gaglins, God, I can't say that name. We're going to sweep the Bears like an industrial vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, that's a big shock now.
Today, aren't you?
Does that mean we suck, though? I don't know. Anyway, all right. So did we get to everybody on that question? Nope. I think we did.
Yeah.
Nope.
No. We get. Val.
Answer.
Val? I thought you said the Bears game.
No, you did. You said the Bears.
You said the Bears game.
Oh, you got the Bears game.
Bears game.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Then.
My content. He keeps stealing my content, but still.
She has copyright, man. I can't say nothing else like that no more. I'm gonna get whooped.
Well, in our house, that game is Super Bowl, Christmas, and everything all wrapped up into one.
It really is.
It really is.
A
but
good meal happened in that day.
There is one other game I'm looking forward to. It is the Lions versus the Packers. And Dan Campbell's reaction to the referees.
Yes, that is going to be a big one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Look at Dion with the head bob. Go ahead, Dion.
Prime time.
It's contagious. It's contagious. Now I see multiple heads going like this.
Everybody's in a rhythm. Everybody's feeling it.
I told y'all, Dion nonverbals is fire right now. He's like, yeah.
Oh
it's like that scene from Training Day. Remember when in Training Day, he's like, I'm putting cases on all of you. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely, man.
Shoot program.
Shoot program. Rory ain't got nothing on me. Okay?
All right. We're going to go to the hopium hopped up Dion for this first question. This next question. Thoughts on Todd Gurley being brought in for a visit? Why did we do that?
Why did we bring him in for a visit?
Yeah.
We brought him in for a visit. Okay, I didn't. So you said Raheem Boyd's dealing with injury. Is that what you said at the beginning?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought you brought that up at the beginning. Okay. Well, no, I mean, I think we brought him in for a visit because, you look at our team and how it's structured. We are all coming in with the mindset. We know that you better be able to run the ball with Jared Goff. You have the offensive line. You better be able to run football. If you can't run the ball, we're going to have a problem here. And I think for the Lions, you're this far into the offseason. You have a connection with Jared Goff. If it's that cheap of a deal, he passes his physical. The guy's dealt with injuries. But, I mean, last year with Atlanta, that was not the right spot for him. Their offensive line was rough. it wasn't a good spot for him. He was getting hit before he barely got across the line of scrimmage. It's not even a guarantee that he makes the team, even if you made the signing and he went through physicals this far in the offseason. It's just, to me, straight up competition. You got a guy that is familiar with Jared Goff. If you want to win a starting role, if you want to win a role, period, in the backfield, you got to beat out Todd Gurley. You got to beat out Jamar Jefferson. You got to beat out Raheem. Like, you got to beat these guys out. And if you're signing him to what I saw is like $1.1 million, I mean, come on now. Lions got some money. Worst case, it's cut. But my thing is, like, you can't go into this year saying we're going to be able to run the ball. We got to be able to run the ball, or Goff's going to be in trouble, and then have something happen to, you know, one of your running backs. Because running backs do get injured. You know, it happens. We saw Swift last year with an injury in practice. You can't lose 1 to 2 running backs, and they're like, oh, wait, hold up. Who are we going to? So even if you don't sign him now, at least you brought him in for physical later during the year. If he was available, you could be like, hey, you know, we know what you're about. You're healthy. Let's bring him in.
Okay, that's actually a really good point. What do you got, Rachel? What are your thoughts on Todd Gurley coming in?
I'm definitely with Dion on this. Am I super stoked about his injury history? Definitely not. And I don't always love the idea of when the Lions take on players who are prone to injuries. However, a lot of what I see in complaints about potentially signing Todd Gurley is, why do the Lions want to take touches away from Swift or Williams or maybe even Jamar Jefferson? But at the end of the day is, why would we want to run Swift into the ground either? I'm not trying to injure our RB1. And as we all know, running backs get hurt. I mean, they get hurt frequently. So if anything, a veteran presence in the locker room on a cheap deal, connection with Goff, another Georgia Bulldog, somebody that DeAndre Swift can probably at least look up to, a leader, something like that. I don't mind it, but what I definitely don't mind is depth. You need depth. I mean, you can't run the ball down their throats if you're driving DeAndre Swift into the ground every single play. You just can't. You gotta have other backs in that room.
Yep, absolutely. Got to have depth. All right, LL, what do you got on this? I know I'm just calling you LL, but that's all right.
That's fine. But I didn't look at it that in that way. So that was a good point, Rachel. 2 former dogs, of course, Swift and Gurley, and it's the familiarity with Brad Holmes and Goff. But other than that, I don't really want him here. I don't really care to have him here. But if it will help us in those aspects, then yeah, go ahead.
All right. We've got limited time now. We're going to start taking your questions. So put your questions in the chat, and we're going to start getting to those. I'm going to finish this question out. Who have I not got to yet with the Todd Gurley insights? Kurt, go ahead.
Yeah, I think with Todd Gurley, I think that, you know, as long as, you know, he will come in and know his role, and, you know, he wouldn't be expecting to start. I don't have a problem with Todd Gurley being on the Lions. I think, if you think about this, even with his injuries, he's still a pretty big name. And the Lions would not have drawn a big name like that a few years ago. You know, even if he would try to come in for a visit, free agent like that way, you know what I'm saying? So, but
I mean, he didn't even take a couple steps back.
I mean, he's still pretty young, though. I mean,
I know we have to add to this. I feel like this is so important. Goal line situations we've seen, he can't stop himself from going over.
Yeah. So you put him on the goal line, he can just go. There you go.
Hey, he was playing for us then, so maybe that's the interest. I don't know.
That's what it is. He might as well join
All right.
us. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna go to Val on this question, and then Luke.
Yeah, I really didn't see much benefit for Todd Gurley to be with the Lions. I mean, I really don't. But I do kind of see Rachel's point there. It does take some pressure off your rookies right now and your guys still developing to kind of, you know, for them to develop better. So I think that could be basically the only benefit I'd see.
Okay, Luke, what do you think about this Gurley thing?
I mean, listen, first things first. He's insurance. He's Allstate. He's State Farm. He's Progressive. He's insurance. He is not being brought here to be the starter. He's not being brought here to do anything special. If he's here to do one thing only, be insurance. That's it. Do you think a guy like Todd Gurley will come here with the idea that, oh, I'm going to be a starter, knowing that they just signed Jamal Williams and they already had DeAndre Swift? He knows his role. He's choosing this because the options that he have are few far in between. And guess what? This allows him to still be into something that he has success in and not have all the pressure be on him. He's insurance. If he comes cheap, you should celebrate. If he comes high, you should riot and be pissed. But he'll come cheap, okay? He'll come cheap, and I guarantee you, on top of him coming cheap, he's there for insurance. You've already had a few guys get banged up, and they open up a spot, and if he can fill that spot, this is what you want. Anybody who's against this, let me pray with you, because I know you need prayer, because this is nothing but an insurance. I mean, like,
yeah, that's true. That's true. Deion, did you answer this or no?
Mm-hmm.
I did. I was Luke. Are you still going? I was going to add something, but Luke, are you still going?
No, I was just saying, like, you don't drive your car without insurance unless you're an idiot. This is insurance.
Riding dirty.
Love it.
I love it, man. It's good.
We could bring back AP for that.
For insurance? No, I don't want to know.
Nah.
AP.
AP needs ain't. I don't trust Todd Gurley needs. That's some faulty insurance to be relying on.
Yeah, but we can't trust him in general. Line, he was so inconsistent. Like when he could just, you want him to power through. He's looking for a hole, and you're like, let's go.
AP's got no upside to him.
If you can't trust Todd Gurley's knees in minimal play, then he shouldn't be here. But this staff has already told you they trust his knees because he's probably only going to be doing goal line or short yardage, or maybe when they want to run the game out or change it up, he is going to be the one to preserve them and do that. There is this whole idea of his knees being a problem. I've seen fans go happy and nuts over Everson Griffin, and we give up a draft pick for him. We're getting a guy for nothing, and literally he can still help this team because he knows that he's not going to be the starter, and he's okay with it. That is beauty.
Gurley has.
We got to get to these questions.
Okay, you go.
Sorry,
for it.
guys.
No,
will Perriman ever get it? I don't know. We get the football. I'm not really sure what the question is here. Will he ever get it, Deion? Do you know?
Well, he did get it. He got it back with Tampa Bay with Antoine Randall, and he needs to bring some of that juice back because that was the last time when he was balling. And if he could get some of that confidence in him, I've already heard he's dropping some passes, but he looks fast. We know he's fast. You just got to come down with the football. So hopefully Antoine's got like a magic spell for him. What job would you? Oh, sorry.
We got a super chat question. So that's why I kind of interrupted with it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. You told me to take them on.
Yep.
North End Ken asks, what job would you want to see Calvin have in the organization?
I would like to see him have the same job as kind of the job like Chris Spielman has, kind of an assistant to where he can go everywhere and be with the team that way. I like that idea for him. We already have a wide receivers coach. He could be an assistant there, but that's where I see him best suited for the team if he does decide to have a job here.
Yeah, special advisor, wide receiver assistant. Yeah.
Anybody else on that one?
Can I like is it unsafe for him to be the THC manager? I mean, sometimes people just want to put it out there. I mean, he does have a dispensary.
He could be the dispensary guy for the team.
That's what I was going to say. The special assistant to the medical staff.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, to be honest with you, he really shouldn't have a role on the staff. He shouldn't. He should do the same thing Barry do. Be an ambassador.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And get paid.
And get that Lions pack out there.
So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that was a good question, North End Ken. All right. We're going to go to final thoughts now. We're almost up on that hour. And man, it goes so fast. Goodness gracious, it does. All right, guys. Rachel Marie Sports, what are your final thoughts for today?
Today's show was really fun. You guys had me laughing so much. It's always kind of go into the weekend getting to laugh and have fun and talk some Lions football. Make sure you guys are following the Woodward Sports Network. I'm always making like really, really goofy things for them. I have a really funny TikTok for today too. It's a Packers-oriented TikTok. So whatever forms of social media you're on, make sure you're following along with them and everybody else on this panel. They're all amazing, put out great content all the time, and love the Lions. So you know what? If you're part of One Pride, you got to be doing that.
Yeah, she makes some funny as hell videos. You got to see those. They're really, really good. She's doing stuff for Woodward Sports. Congratulations on that and getting married, Rachel. It's really, and it's an honor to have you here with us too.
Thank you.
All right, final thoughts. We're gonna go to Val. What are your final thoughts for today?
Oh, this was so much fun. Free for all Fridays are always a blast. I love being here and being able to talk with everybody. So, if you guys want to continue the party, we have all kinds of media all over the place. You can join our Facebook group. You can hang out with us on Twitter. We're always and we're on TikTok as well. So come check us out, Detroit Lions on the Prowl, on any one of those platforms.
All right. J-Dub has a question. I'll take this one. Who's a free agent out there that would make sense for the Lions to go pick up? I'll kick this one to Luke. What do you think?
Malik, realistically, the number one person should be Kenny Vaccaro, because Kenny Vaccaro will bring a veteran presence. He wouldn't mind playing the strong safety spot, and he makes the most sense to me in terms of a free agent pickup if I'm looking at somebody. Plus, he's familiar with Aaron Glenn. He's familiar with a lot of the things that's going on, in my opinion, leadership and quality. So Kenny Vaccaro would be somebody I would look into.
For me, it's Trey Turner, the guard from San Diego. If he plays up to what he played before, and they're not really sold on Big V, they're saying they're going to try Crosby at guard and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, for me, that's telling me they're not really sold on Big V. So let's give him some competition. Bring somebody in. He said he only wanted
but Turner ain't been healthy for the last 3 seasons.
Huh?
Turner hasn't been healthy for the last 3 seasons.
Right.
I think he played 5 games last year.
That didn't stop him from signing the rest of the people we have. So,
good point. Very good point.
Anybody else got somebody out there that they think that would help the Lions win?
Is Malik Hooker still available?
I think he is, isn't he?
Because
every week we say every team needs a hooker, but that's we don't have one on the team yet, so it's possible. And it's safety position, why not? Kick the tires there.
I'm still on my Boston hype train. Give me Trey Boston.
Trey Boston, another good safety out there.
Yep. I like the safety.
You know what?
Though.
You know what, Dion? I was with you until you just said Trey Boston. I'm so sick. I'm so sick of Matt Patricia that anything with the word Boston in it, I'm pissed. I don't want don't bring up I don't want Boston baked beans.
Trey.
I don't want no Boston potatoes. I don't want to hear nothing Boston, okay?
That's funny. Okay, let's continue with our final thoughts. And Dion, what are your final thoughts today? Man, it's been a blast, dude.
It has been. I love it. First off, congratulations on the gig Thursday. That's going to be awesome, man.
Thank
Herman
you.
Moore and Lomas Brown. That's sweet. Congratulations to Rachel. That's awesome, too. Look, man, I mean, it was a great show. You guys, every time I come in here, it's awesome. I mean, I love the Friday stuff. It's just, it mixes it up. It's super fun. I laugh a lot. And I don't know, it's a great time. The chat's always, saying some funny stuff, too. So it's awesome.
They're crazy people. We got crazy people that follow us because that's what we are.
And poor Dion got the roast of it today. So
I'm kind of, I feel like.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I know. I was just gonna say. I always feel like I get kind of, the Mahomes stuff. I love it though. It's funny.
Mahomes is kid.
Mahomes Jr.
Yeah.
just stay away from that ketchup, Luke.
I don't even like tomatoes, okay?
Stay away from Luke's trunk. That's all I have to say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Anyway, so we'll go to final thoughts. LL Cool Torrance, what's your final thoughts for today? Thanks for being on.
No. Thank you guys for having me on again. It's always fun, and like I said, it's different. I usually watch you guys, and I just get to be here and talking it up with you guys. So thank y'all. Happy Friday to everybody. I think the hopium should be high as all, man. Let's go. That's the only way it's gonna change. If you gotta believe that it's gonna change for it to change. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. My final thoughts for today, man, amazing show. I always have fun on Fridays. I don't know what it is, but there is something in the Kool-Aid with the chat and the people on here. We just have such a good time. We're always laughing and having a great time. So, man, you guys, I think it's you guys that give us that energy. So really appreciate everybody in the chat. Let's go to Luke G. What are your final thoughts today, sir?
Hey, listen, first of all, thanks for having me on. I'm well past my lunch break, so hopefully listen, it is what it is. I ain't got no email, so I'm winning. Okay? So I'm winning. But you know, every show, I believe that everything was always end on a high note and a positive note. And today's positive quote from me comes from Public Enemy. NWA. Respect yourself. It's pretty self-explanatory, man. In other words, you need to find some kind of way to do something for yourself and enjoy yourself today. It's raining, and if you want to go outside and play in the rain, do so. If you want to stay in the house and you need things that got to get done, get it done. But whatever it is, do something for yourself. You can care about everybody else, and that's awesome. But if you're not taking care of yourself, you can't help nobody else. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, don't be no chump. Please do your research.
All right, Kurt, let's bring us home. But I want to say this. Chris Mitchell said congrats on the 250,000 K for views. And we just hit that today. So, yeah, appreciate that. Thank you, man. But, Kurt, what do you got?
All right, so thank you for all the panel for being on the show. Rachel Marie, my man LL Cool Torrance, Dosa Dion, the queen of the Proud Val herself. And you know who it is, Luke G from Luke G's Field Review. My man, hey, I appreciate everyone for being on the panel today. And you see the shirt, baby. The Die Hard Den, the newest episode of the Die Hard Den podcast is now available. So when you get done here, go over to our YouTube channel and check out Shawnee J and I had a blast last night talking about the OTA. So check us out right there over on Facebook, over on YouTube as well. Die Hard Den podcast. Me and my man Shawnee J chop it up. That dude is funny. He has some great takes on Detroit Lions football, and the guy knows his stuff. It's Friday, baby. You know what it is. It's Friday, then it's Saturday, Sunday. What? Have some fun this weekend, baby. Go back, eat your lunch, finish up. Thanks for the support. You know, Friday we always have some fun. If you're going to get some Lions gear, I just got some new gear in today. I got shirts. I got hats. I got everything. Go to click that Fanatics in the description below and get yourself some Lions gear. So proceeds from the link down there go to help us grow the content on this channel. And also you can check us out over on bellyupsports.com. They got some great content over there. So check us out on bellyupsports.com. It's Friday. It is Memorial Day weekend. Hey, everyone have a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend. And think about those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for this country. We have a super chat. Matthew Ferguson became a YouTube member. Thank you, Matthew Ferguson, for joining the channel. Matthew. We really appreciate that. But it's Memorial Day. Just think about those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for this country that we live in. And please be safe this weekend and grill. Practice your grill safety. Keep that gasoline away from your grill. Use a lot of fluid. I'm just saying. All right. So it's fun. It's Friday.
I caught that joke. Everybody's like gasoline. No, you don't barbecue with gasoline, people. Okay.
Yeah, definitely use a lot of fluid. All right. And whatever you do on the weekend, you know what you got to do, baby. You got to boss up. Ball out and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.